goat, it would have
There was a gorilla house, then there was the rumble house. Now there's the Isle of Roux, where no one can tell us what to do. Hi, sorry Theo, I cut you off. We went live and then
I said, if you guys had a balcony goat, it would have to be a mountain goat, and then it would be climbing all over the
just scaling
balconies on your building.
That's lovely. Ah, so good.
Wait a minute.
That's a lovely thought. Okay. Center ourselves here and be thankful. The Creator gifted us with this land that we are blessed to share and care for together. We acknowledge that the land we gather on, Wakinstis, is the ancestral territory of the Siksika, Sitapi, the Siksika, the Gaina, the Pikani, and the Amskapi Pikani. We acknowledge all First Nations and Métis of Treaty 7 lands, the Sutena, the Itkabi, which includes Bearspaw, Chiniki, and Goodstoney. We commit to advancing reconciliation guided by truth, respecting treaty laws, and humbly walking alongside First Nations, Métis, and Inuit. We recognize all who live, work, play, and make art on these lands, and who now call this place home. We are very grateful to be here making art with you. Theo's joining us from his studio. Episode 42 of the Isle of Roux. Just like that, hey, Mr. Teru?
Oh, dark out.
Oh, wow. The sunset. So?
There's a lot of grunting, actually, wasn't it?
It's okay. You can grunt if you want to.
You can grunt if you want to. Maybe I'll do a pen drawing tonight.
Ooh.
Pendragon.
Was that from?
Pendragon is from the map.
Yeah.
The map. Blah blah blah.
Mapagapanal. Mapagapanal.
Yeah, so you're saying to Theo that we're going to be working in...
oh, yeah. We're going to be picking up some shifts at Jerry's, the Heritage Records, Heritage Music, and Posters down on 11th Ave. So we're
actually hoping that we're going to go there. We're not hoping we're going to go there. We're going to go there and planning to... did I just cut you off?
No.
How rude.
No.
We're going to go there and we're going to... draw and paint. And
hey, Scott K. Yeah, so
I'm going to trick people into coming to the record store.
I'll be manning
to
the
get
till.
free paintings, which that's not a trick. You'll actually get free paintings, but the trick was you'll be buying Jerry's records once you get there.
Because how can
maybe
you
a
not?
record player, maybe some speakers. Those are some
maybe
nice
some
speakers they have there
artwork.
too, right?
Yeah. It's just really fun. So we get to do that starting tomorrow, 11 to 6. 11 to 6 on Thursday, which is very fun. Scott K is joining us.
Hello, Scott.
Hello, Scott. If you're ever feeling like meandering, ow! That was number one.
Did you say buzz number one?
That was number one.
Also, we just started preparing for our Christmas dinner, which is not like at all like our previous Christmas dinners. At Christmas, we're going to have a little mini art show. It'll be very small, very exclusive. And we're going to have dinner and share artwork. Doesn't that sound crazy?
It's nice. So, yeah, I'm really excited to go to Jerry's tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And so we get to listen to good music all day.
That'll be a treat. A whole record store full of records to just sit and listen to.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing you can get paid to do that.
Yeah. So it was really, really fun time travel moment because I worked there 20 years ago. And then Terry was giving me the rundown of the till again yesterday. And I was like having mega flashbacks.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You could have very easily videotaped those instructions, but you're all like, "Nah, I got it." And I'm like, I get that you do that. Like, I've seen you do that. But why not just have backup? Is it like you won't remember it as well if you don't have to, or
Oh, actually, I didn't think about that because like the extra layer, it wouldn't have been bad to have
the desperation? Like, if I don't remember this, I'm screwed.
The backup video. It's more like I felt bad. You know when you tried to videotape you doing the Rubik's Cube?
It's a different thing.
No, 100% a different thing, but it's like I didn't want to stop the flow and ask to do that.
Okay.
And then I thought maybe we'd
but
forget
what I would
stuff.
say, but what I did say,
yeah,
is I have a very similar set of commands for if Kevin's machine goes down.
Yeah.
And
right.
I need to reboot him.
Yeah.
I got like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I created myself a digital.
That's smart.
A digital monologue, really, like of how to fix his machine.
Because you don't have to do it all the time. I feel like
and
that's
the
a
panic
very
situation.
Smart, yeah, it's like under duress, like you're very stressed. I think
Yeah.
that's a very smart idea. And it's not a not smart idea for me to do it. Like
no, I didn't say that.
It's
I'm
more
just
like
trying to understand like what kept you from wanting to do that, because
it's just never been my like I've never done it like that before. So then I just like
it's different.
It's just different.
I know this story.
I'm built different than you. We're both different.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate your differences.
Right.
Because like for Kevin's sake.
Right. We went and saw Sleepy Hollow.
Oh yeah, Sleepy Hollow at Banff Center. We got the tickets back when we had a job.
Yeah.
But that was really fun. That was a good adventure. We had never been out to Banff Center to see a performance before, so that was really lovely. Did you find it?
I had some really weird mixed feelings about it because my mom worked at the Banff Center as a ceramics teacher.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What did you think she did? Cleaning?
Painting or drawing?
No, she was a ceramics teacher.
Oh my.
And that's okay, we'll get it later. And I was like kind of moved when I went to art school and found out that we don't really even qualify to go to the Banff Center as students. Yet my mom taught there. So you have to be kind of like on the list to even just go there as a student now.
Oh, that's what you were saying.
Yeah.
You have to be like accepted.
And also I had one, should I say his name? Maybe I'll be polite and not say his name. I had a couple instructors at AU Arts. I'm going to say a nice thing about Richard Halliday and Gord Ferguson and Chris Cran and wasn't a huge fan of Derek Besant, who shamed himself recently and using like borrowed images without consent. But I did have one particular instructor that was particularly cruel there. And again, those are people I like. Halliday and Cran were amazing. But this one particular fella, a couple things. Like, I guess time-wise, his claim to fame had been that in the 60s, and this was like, I guess, in the 90s, I'm taking these classes. In the 60s, he had gone out north to work on a grant to teach Indigenous people how to do printmaking. And so he was standing there telling us, oh, you know, the Indigenous people didn't do printmaking. We taught them how to do this so that they could make money. And I thought the Inuit people of the North, even just the way he presented it made it sound like they weren't making artwork before he got there, which I thought was like a little like
suspect.
But also like there were qualities about being able to like harpoon a seal and then look at the seal's body and then cut the thing up in your head and then make seal clothing for your entire family without wasting a stitch of, you know, that I think he underestimated. But I was not a big fan of this instructor for many reasons. And also, this is the weirdest thing. I remember he was my figure drawing teacher, figure painting class it was. He, a lot of my instructors, I think because I was kind of young and obnoxious maybe, would just really gravitate to the older students. And I could draw like an MF, but...
especially people.
Yeah, and I was super like... boisterous, energetic.
Yeah.
And I just remember I used to talk when I was drawing. I'm doing it right now, actually. It turned out to be like my key to success. But I would talk while I was drawing, and I remember him giving me this, like, he was just so like, Richard, I can't tell you how insulted I am right now to hear you blathering while you're drawing. Take your work seriously. It was just like, for some reason, he'd connected speaking
with not taking it seriously.
Yeah, and he was just so aggressive and mean.
Kind of like your even junior high
all my
teachers
yeah.
that were like,
no, it seemed to be a pattern. Yeah,
that's horrible.
But I'm sure I had nice teachers somewhere along the line. He also didn't give us midterm grades, and then at the end of the semester, he kind of dropped it on me that I was probably going to fail his class. And I was like, how could I possibly fail your class? You haven't given me one piece of advice all term. He did sort of give me like good feedback while I was painting on my paintings, but he was also like so offended that I was talking while I was painting. And yeah, like last minute with one painting left in the semester, he said like ultimately I was failing his class because I was still painting in local and hadn't done anything to indicate like an understanding of warm and cool colors, advancing and receding and color theory. And I was like, well, you know, that's just not my jam right now. And it's not that I don't get it. It's just not what I was painting today, you know?
Yeah.
And I thought it was just such an arrogant thing to say.
And like one thing, you know, now as a teacher, like that teachers just, oh, you pick one thing to like.
Well, the other thing is that I, you know, the next painting I just did an abstract cubist piece that was making use of warm and cool colors. And I remember he was so pleased with himself during the career. He's like, Richard, I feel like you've pulled yourself out of the fire. And I was like, piss off, man. Like he was so, anyways, he's super arrogant. And not that I should be able to complain about people being arrogant because I'm a little on the arrogant spectrum myself. But he was cruel as well, like just absolutely.
I was gonna say, I don't think you ever use your arrogance to hurt people.
And he took us on a field trip to
confidence,
the Banff Center, and I remember like we're cutting. And the other thing is, he spent like weeks telling us about VR. This isn't like the 90s, right? So like I didn't see a VR helmet for at least 15 years after, but apparently in the Banff Center, they were experimenting with virtual reality helmets. And around this time, Timothy Leary had given up drugs to do VR, virtual reality.
What a weird time to
No, but just, I don't, but listen. So he was boasting about all this VR technology they were doing at the Banff Center. and he took us on a tour, which ended up just being hallways because the center was closed to the public. So, like, we took a bus out to the Banff Center. We walked around the Banff Center, didn't see anything, just basically what we saw when we went to that play, and ended up not seeing the VR room, and went back. So basically, took us for a walk in the hallways where and I remember just feeling like, wow, this is really a closed system. Like screw the Banff Center for being so unaccessible.
Mm-hmm.
I also remember like this painful moment where when he was bringing his class down the hallway, another artist walked by him, and he put his hand up for a high five.
No.
And it was one of the most awkward high five exchanges I'd ever seen in my life.
No.
Like, I kind of felt like the guy he was high fiving was kind of like if I saw him in another place and he tried to get me to high five. Like, anyhow, point of this story is, did I have a point? Did you leave, woman?
Sorry, my love?
I guess it wasn't a good story.
No, I was listening. I wanted to put that one thing away. I was listening. I was actually appalled and kind of embarrassed for him when he came across the high five.
Well, but also like I really didn't like anything about this guy.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, just how closed off the Banff Center was, yeah. and the fact that I knew my mom taught there.
Yeah.
And he was acting like he was such a sports star because he got to work there.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Awful.
Left a sour taste in my mouth for sure. A bitter taste? Something unfavorable. I wonder if that guy's still around. Like, also, did I ever tell you about that one really like sadistic principal I worked for?
Yeah.
Because he's almost the exact same guy.
Oh.
They're both like 4 feet tall and 130 pounds.
And angry.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, maybe he just thought I looked like a jock or something. Actually, can I tell you another shell shock moment when I was in art school?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys have theory classes on the drawing department floor? Also, what was the drawing department when you went? What space? Down the hall from jewelry?
Yeah.
Okay. So we used to have these studio classes where there was a space, an empty room basically on the drawing department floor. And I won't say which instructor, but she's a pretty angry lady, was discussing something with us as a class. Now, the whole point was you're supposed to go in there and talk about what you think as well, right? So, like, I could have sat there and listened and spent way less energy, but you're supposed to share your thoughts.
Yeah.
And actually, this seemed to happen to me a lot at ACAD whenever I shared my thoughts. If they weren't the same thoughts as the instructor, up until that point, most of my teachers would actually be quite like excited if I gave them a new thought, like something they hadn't thought of. Mm-hmm. High school teachers for sure, not junior high so much, but like in art school, if you presented a thought that wasn't what the instructor thought, it was like a war. And this particular instructor didn't see something the way I was seeing it, and she just started ripping me apart, like kind of tearing my idea apart. And that's, I guess, fine if you're like, if I had a student in my class and they were just flat out wrong about something, I would probably, pull rank.
I was gonna say be gentler, probably.
Yeah, but I mean, when they're doing something dangerous, maybe I'd pull rank. And I don't remember what the topic was, but I bet you it was like just something that I felt as a human I was entitled to think. Whereas like, anyways, I remember she just came down hard on me in this debate. And it wasn't like I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I just didn't think what she thought.
Yeah.
And remember, she just started laughing at my ideas. And most of the class wasn't really listening. And I feel like this is where most of the debates in my entire life have gone, where it's like, I'm having an idea and it matters to me. I've conflicted with somebody that has a different idea. I don't think I've ever tried to change anybody else's idea, but she was probably upset. What are you doing right now?
I'm really struggling to get some clay free so I can sit there and work on a piece that I've been.
Oh, okay. I just thought it was weird that you left me here for the
I'm
broadcast.
So sorry. I wanted to.
No, it's fine. You're allowed to do stuff.
I'm just like, the clay's way harder than I thought.
Um,
I'm listening though.
well, it's not even a great story. I just remember like her strategy for debating me was to start laughing at me. And like as a young person paying to be in her class, I was really like, that's not cool. Like, it's fine if you don't agree with me. And I'm sorry if I don't like necessarily see things the way you saw them.
Yeah.
By no means was I trying to change her mind. I was just trying to like have an idea to myself. Like I probably, it wasn't something I was convinced was untrue. And I think that's probably like where people a lot of times think I'm like, they might think I'm trying to change their mind, but I'm actually looking to change my own mind. Only the advances that they're making are kind of hitting a wall. So I'm like, not arguing for the sake of like making them think something different. I'm saying I haven't reached a point where. Are you actually coming back to the broadcast?
Yeah.
Why don't you just bring what you have?
I got it. I am.
Okay.
I got it.
Anyways, that's the whole story, is that this one instructor was like, instead of debating me, just started laughing at me. I thought that was kind of mechanical. Like, because I wasn't being funny. It was like a strategic laugh. Like, I will diminish your argument by laughing.
Oh, wow.
My friends were like, wow, you really got it into it with the instructor. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to waste everybody's time. And they're like, yeah, no, we weren't even listening. Oh, we weren't even listening. No, we weren't even listening. I was like, thanks. Thanks for not being my friend.
Thanks.
My first year of art school, I 100% had friends that I would die for. I would die for those friends. And then when summer came, I was just distraught because most of them were from different places. And I was distraught that they all went to their homes for the summer. My second year of art school, the same group of people were not my friends anymore. Like something happened where I was definitely like the youngest by about 5 years. So
5 years.
Yeah, like they were all kind of mid-20s, and some of them were 30s. And I was like 17 or 18.
Okay.
And I think in my fourth year, I had a different group of friends, and then I came back for a fifth year. And I think art is maybe like a bit of a territorial space where you're always like kind of halfway, even with the instructors, caught in a pissing contest, you know? And it's like, especially if you're going to make some changes, if you're going to push the boundaries.
Or ask questions.
Everybody's like struggling together, right? But then like when somebody gets, you know, we're all trying to learn to fly, right? We're all in flight school. We're all in it together until you get off the ground, and then depending on who gets off the ground first, or there's some really You okay, Theo?
Am I okay? Yep.
Thought I heard a grunt.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm still sort of recovering from doing the shifts over at CJSW.
That's fair.
There was a decided lack of sleep for the last 5 days.
Right. How many times did you ask them to donate money?
Well, it's not me asking. It was I was doing phone ferry shifts. So someone's calling and I'm chatting them up and
Gotcha.
telling them how wonderful they are and thanking them profusely and guiding them through the options and all of that stuff. It's fun. I really love that.
What about being on air when you have to kind of like hammer? Like,
Well, if you're, I'll occasionally go into the booth and chat with the programmers that were there. But yeah, that's not a big deal either because you're not doing it. How do I put this? We don't consider it a stress situation. If anything, funding drives like Christmas for us.
Oh, that's nice.
We're just all happy, we
Mhm.
remind, part of the pitch is the main part of the pitch process is just reminding folks, what a great station we have because of their previous donations and,
Right.
the benefits that everyone gets in the community from having a station like ours. It's just good all around.
You gave me an idea, Theo. Maybe
Mhm.
for PR, teachers should do that every year. Funding drives. And we get to talk to people about all of the good things their kids are doing in the schools.
Parent-teacher interviews.
Yeah, except there's money involved. That would be so good.
Every 20 years we go on strike.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
I guess so. But it seems less fun than what Theo's talking about.
Yeah, I think it would be. Your parent teacher conferences. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Billy's been wonderful. He's learning loads, and if you give us $100, he'll learn even more modes.
Yeah,
that would be kind of tough.
I know there's like a lot of like hard ass teachers that like whenever they change schools, they like really bring in the new like heavy handed, like everybody's going to fail for the first semester kind of feeling. And I think it's great to have high standards, but I sort of feel like if every year the parents are coming in because the students in your class are having nervous breakdowns, maybe you need to slow it down a bit. I'm pretty lucky because most of the parents will come see me in between their stressed out interviews and basically thank me for keeping their kids safe. But that's kind of the art teacher's job, right? Just had an art teacher that was going to fail her for not following instructions properly.
Yeah. Bless his soul.
That's not what you usually say.
No, it's not. But I have come to an understanding.
You said all kinds of things about his soul, but never bless his soul.
I've come to an understanding after 20 years of teaching that like I could have given a little too, but
oh, nice.
But he was the adult in the situation, so I feel like he had a little bit more of a responsibility to be a bit more mature than the 12-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
But
you weren't 12.
Oh, 15.
No, you weren't 15.
17.
17. That's right.
Thank you. 17. There was a little bit more responsibility there.
Well, you want to know something interesting about that?
What?
Theo?
Oh.
Yo.
So my mom arranged for me to do my practicum in my last year teaching with the best art teacher in the district.
Oh, that's nice.
And I didn't want any special treatment, so I declined the offer.
Okay.
Now, it so happened my mom was friends with Peter Chung, who was also Jesse's grade 12 high school teacher. So whilst I was doing my practicum, getting my teaching degree, there was a chance for me to have worked instead of the social teacher that I did work with, and I taught at a school where they gave me social practicum instead of an art practicum, because at the time, the art teacher, when I went in for my practicum, I got to do a few classes in her room. I go down to the art room. She started trying to sell me Amway. And I was like, why are you doing this? And then she's like, well, you don't want to be doing this for the rest of your life. And I was like, actually,
That's why I'm here.
I'm paying to be here. And so I guess she was going through something. And so I had a really crappy practicum, to tell you the truth. And but had I taken the practicum my mom tried to set up, it would have been in Jesse's last year of high school. And that would have made me not her teacher, but a student teacher at the school she was at. Now, when I met her, she was 26. So there wasn't anything
creepy.
I was going to say pervy. Yeah. There's anything pervy. Well, there are a few pervy things, but not our age gap. Yeah. By the time I met you, I
was a mostly
you're an adult, yeah.
Mostly fully formed adult.
Well, you say it like that, and it does not make me look good.
No, I meant like I was 25 or 26.
You were 26.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you were 26 when I started thinking of you as a person.
Yeah.
How's that?
That's fair.
When you were 25, you were kind of like, get out of my art room, because you were a teacher at my school.
Right.
And Jess's introduction was, oh, I love art. I went to art school. And I remember just out of shock hearing the door slam as I slammed the door in your face, like, everybody went to art school. The administrators were bringing her on to introduce her to everybody. Oh, this is Jessie. We have an extra teacher because our numbers are up. We don't know where we're going to place her yet. And she goes, oh, I love the art room. I went to art school. I was like, everyone went to art school. Why would I have said that? It's a funny thing to say. And then you must have thought, wow, he must have something very special about him to be so aloof.
Bob in the 8th. Hello, Bob.
Hey, Bob. Our comments coming up in that corner now. That's a new thing.
Oh, that's a new thing.
In it. Okay. Theo, on a scale of 1 to 10, how well is your life turning out the way you want it to right now?
Well, for the last 12 years, I've been retired, and I quite like being retired.
Yeah.
Because it just lets me. There's the odd money issue, but and where will I get it? But beyond that, I enjoy the personal freedom.
That's nice.
I think everyone should have personal freedom.
Yeah.
I see a world that could allow everyone to have a great deal more personal freedom, but it doesn't exist because a lot of us are stupid and put people in power over us that like being vicious sadists.
True.
So, yeah.
I think I would see where you're at.
There's that.
Oh,
there is that.
Hey, Theo, are you, does anybody know if Danielle Smith is a mother? Does she have children?
Nope. I don't think she has kids. My wee tiny brain is saying, nope, she doesn't have kids.
I've never heard her mention them.
No.
Yeah, I don't.
I wonder if she'd be different if she had kids, even if it was a stepmom.
She'd 100% be different if she had kids. I'd have to believe she would be different.
I don't feel like she's really been around enough kids.
Felix, I love your roof.
Thank you.
Felix came into the car yesterday when we picked him up from karate.
Wow.
And your request, Felix, do you want to tell your? I was like, you came in so serious. Like, I have to ask you something.
Oh yeah. Could I have a confetti pocket on my I need a confetti pocket. Oh yeah, and I also made some
I thought, why doesn't everybody have a confetti pocket? Oh, you already started making the confetti. Amazing.
A confetti pocket?
Yeah.
yeah, like on my hoodie.
Cool.
I've been thinking about the place where the best place is going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it inside, like left side, or is it by
I
the?
don't know yet. I've been thinking, but I haven't been thinking good because I don't think good.
Well, just go through the motion of like
Well,
what.
don't talk about yourself that way.
Yeah, I was gonna say you do think good, but go through the motions of like what motion would be the easiest. I think like inside your left side by your heart, kind of, and then if you're right-handed, then it would be good for like hucking confetti from.
Ah, confetti.
You
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just thinking about ergonomics.
Love the goat.
Thank you. It's actually a painting my wife.
Yeah. The resemblance, I guess, is there if we're talking about her astral expression that I'm sure she's creating right now in her mind for you.
Yeah, right?
Astral expression.
Everybody gets so offended when I tell people that she looks like a goat. A horse, I used to say. I said the face of a horse, but
I can see how you thought it was a horse, and now you're refining it because they have very similar skull shapes.
I said you had a face like a horse
And then your mom got very mad.
to keep you away from me.
What's the one thing that both goats and dogs have been able to recognize in humans that no other animals that we know of do?
What is it? Is this
I remember reading it. It's the ability to read faces.
Oh, that's nice. So,
But
like,
Felix,
I guess they're our oldest domesticated animals.
yeah, that makes sense.
right, that makes sense.
And they're pretty smart to begin with, right?
They are. I think anything with that much of a sense of humor is very smart.
Magpies.
Oh, for sure. They have a good sense of humor too, right?
Mhm.
They've been talking to us so much lately. I feel like Rich said, when all the snowbirds go away, I feel like you said, the magpies have more space in the skies and they're like coming alive a little bit more. Those magpies talking a little bit more.
Felix, are you there?
Yeah.
I want to show you our new. Well, people call it a TV stand. Only we don't have a TV.
The next segment.
Ready?
Oh, the credenza.
Is it? Oh, because it's not a. I got to turn it into a JPEG. Come on.
The credenza.
You got a credenza.
What's a credenza again?
My parents called it a buffet.
A long, low piece of furniture that
Oh,
goes
okay.
behind the couch or under.
Right.
Kind of like they would make them into like record player holders.
This is definitely for a record player.
Yeah.
Capiche.
Just set it up today. It just came in the mail.
It came in the mail, you say?
Yeah.
It came in through the bathroom window.
Better.
That took a really long time. I'm glad that. Here we go. Look at Felix.
Yep.
What do you think?
I've seen that before. You sent me that. It's awesome.
No, that's in our house right now.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I put my paintbrush in my drink.
Someone is asking, hi, any advice on how to put yourself out there as a starting artist, how to find a mentor, a place to present the work? Thank you. Oh,
Well, what
we
I
got
did was
lots to talk about.
I opened up Rumble House.
Yeah.
I opened up my own art gallery. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to show our new video since I've got my screen open.
Nice.
and then we'll talk about how to get started as an artist.
That
okay?
is a great
Video file, desk on the top, and I think the last thing I called it was Dick Richards, number 2.
Next thing I know, some dame walks in, and she says,
Detective Richards, I have a problem.
I'm in my car with this dame, and I ain't had no job for a while, okay? And she's telling me she's trying to find this deadbeat husband of hers, who's usually pretty damn reliable, but she doesn't know where he's been. He's been around, and then he's gone. And then he's around, and he's gone. And every now and then, around once a month, he just disappears.
I don't know where he is. He's such a good man, though. I'd do anything to find him. I'll pay anything.
And I said, hold on, Toots. What kind of business you think I run here?
Mr. Detective, I looked for him in his den. I looked for him in the den and he wasn't there even. And then when I knew he wasn't in the den, I thought maybe he'd gone to the garage because he goes to the garage to work on his car. Oh my goodness, he just loves his car. But he went to the garage and there was nobody there. And so then I looked around the garage. I went to the living room. Yeah, there was nobody in the living room. And I thought maybe he's gone to that strumpet's house. And I went and looked through the window at the strumpet's house and there was nobody there either. So my husband's missing. Oh, Mr. Detective, he's such a good man. I don't know what to do.
So I drove her around, and we talked a little bit about the trouble she was having. I told her what my fee was, and I told her, you know what, it might be, based on what I've seen so far, that you're looking for somebody that you might need to apprehend every 30 days. I just haven't figured out why you'd want to apprehend this fella every 30 days. Sometimes I find myself thinking, is it fair to keep taking money off these people? These people say it's got problems, see? And I think to myself, if they've got these problems, maybe they just need some help. It's dark out there in the cold city nights. And sometimes a man's just gotta stroll.
That was weird.
That was actually, I actually even thought about that last line. Was making me think, oh, are you thinking that the world gets so crazy that sometimes people just have to go for walks? And then is that one of your possible thoughts?
Is it?
Or is it what you think? I need to get rid of some of this clay on my lap. I'll be right back.
I want to know where the guy's car is.
Right?
Theo,
I think that's a clue.
it's funny you should say that. The clue is that he goes missing every 30 days.
Right.
And that kind of lines up with we have a Wolfman mask that we like to play with.
Oh.
Here's a funny thing. I don't know if I told you this last week. My publisher last summer, I don't remember if we met up somewhere or if she called me.
This fall, even at the end of the summer.
Did she call me or did we meet up somewhere?
We met up to get my book.
Right.
And then
And she asked, what my plans were for writing in the near future. And I said, well, I don't think I'm going to write anymore. And she said, that's funny because I don't think I'm going to publish anymore. So we kind of like nodded and agreed that maybe this isn't a world for us right now and we'll come back and visit it in the future. And then she phoned me up the other day and she's like, about not writing anymore. Do you want to write a children's book? And I was like, I kind of needed to be sold a little bit on it. But she said, what about a book for 12, 13, 14-year-old boys that isn't cringe? I was like, oh, that sounds like fun. So I'm writing a book about this kid. It's called The Silent Reader.
it's really sweet. Every time he
And that's the one that you did the book cover for, right?
yeah.
I did, yes.
Yeah.
I intentionally tried to make, this is really funny because Morgan got back to me and another young person got back to me. And I got way out of my way to make it look well. First of all, I did it in layers, so I did the background completely separately. I hand wrote the text because I didn't want any computer text. I pulled it into Photoshop and I just Photoshopped the crap out of it because I wanted it to be really obvious that it didn't come out of AI.
Mhm.
And then when I put the backpack in, I made the backpack look like a sticker because my whole brain was like, I got to make this kind of shitty so that people don't think it's from AI. And then the feedback I got was like, well, the backpack looks separate like a sticker. And I was like, 100%. I wanted the backpack to look separate like a sticker. But I didn't want it to come off as like what, a clunker?
Yeah.
A clanker? I didn't want it to be a clanker. So I went out of my way to make sure it looked super authentic. But then at first it was kind of rough, like just one of my sketches, and it just looked cheap. And then as I made it look less and less cheap, going from hand drawn to something maybe sort of digital like I would have done 20 years ago, the more clean it got, the more it looked like it just came out of like
like Max Mag or like
a clanker.
Oh, yeah.
It started looking like a clanker. So I was pretty impressed with Morgan catching on to the I was impressed that Morgan caught on to the sticker part, but actually, like that was he's like, oh, we should change that because it looks like a sticker. I was like, shit, because you can't stand next to your book for the rest of your life and explain why you did something. It needs to make sense on its own. Now, if it made you feel like you didn't want to buy it, it would be a totally different feeling than if
you're curious about it.
Yeah, if you picked it up even and maybe like somebody picks it up and goes, this is weird. It looks
like
do
you want more paper? Oh, the paper's right there. Where did I put it? Is there a big
piece? Does it matter if I want more paper?
Yes, it matters. It matters if you want.
Or you're just going to give it to me either way.
Take the paper. Sorry.
You're so eager to help.
I know.
And nobody at home would know what that's like to live with.
Just have more food. I made the food.
It's like sometimes I'm actually doing stuff that's dangerous, and she's like shoving cheese in my face. Like, you want some cheese? And I'm like, no, I'm okay. And I'm on a ladder with a drill in my hand, like, and all they see is me getting grumpy about like, all she wanted to do was help you get the paper.
All I wanted to do was give you some food.
Okay, one of the things I really appreciate about my puppets.
What, Kelly?
How do I remove the chat from the right? Because I can't. It's all over the picture.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Here, we'll put it up. We'll put Felix where you are because it's just his roof right now. Yeah. How's that?
Good.
Just been busy working tomorrow's Screamfest 4 days.
That's so exciting.
It's going to be very tiring.
Yeah. Theo just came off of his 5-day funding drive for CGSW. You're just going into your 4-day Screamfest. We're just going into our week at the music store. Lots of good things happening.
I think maybe like the music store is going to be very relaxing.
Yeah, I know.
But when they force us back to work, it's going to be a bit of a shocker.
Mm-hmm. You're working at the music store?
Yeah. We're helping Jerry out, and Jerry's helping us. It is good. Good family. I actually did want to say a bit, like, just thank you to all of our, like, family. Like, everybody over the strike, like, everybody, all our family here, and all of our family, and all of our family that we've, like, come to know. It's just, like, I think that's...
If you say family again, I'm leaving.
Family.
No.
We just really love everybody. We're very grateful.
Family.
For everybody. Because that's been really huge, the support and love.
Everyone's against me.
Look.
What?
Goat. Felix, I was felting. Goat.
It's a goat.
Wait.
I'm considering embroidering in the details, but I'm also considering leaving it or like felting it more.
Can you show it again?
Yeah, of course.
Please, because I didn't have my glasses on. Okay, I got the gist of it, being half blind without my glasses. I want to see details.
Okay.
That's just me.
Because the black really swallows all of the shapes, hey? I think so too. I'm going to embroider in details. That's going to be lovely.
Or you
Oh,
could just put googly eyes on it.
Also googly eyes. We have. And then I'm going to embroider in like symbols all over it, like very magic. Oh, that's very lovely. I'm excited.
Did you ever watch TV in the 70s or 60s? Oh, I need scissors.
In the 60s, I watched TV
Sure.
a reasonable amount. In the 70s, Linda and I had kids, and we didn't have a television for that reason.
I kind of remember when Robin was really little, I went about 3 years without seeing the sunrise as well, because
or sunset.
Yeah, sunset is what I meant to say, is that the kids want to sleep at like sunset.
At 8.
So, so you didn't see that. You never saw the sun go down. Were you getting rid of the TV for like the development of your kids' brains, or were you getting rid of the TV?
Yep.
Gotcha. And did that work out?
I think so. You know, they're way smarter than I am.
Good.
Of course, that could just be, you know, their mom's genes, because she's way more smarter than I am. So,
what do your kids do for a living now?
Well, Ingrid, for the last quarter of a century, has been a wedding photographer.
Nice. That's
wow.
stress, though.
Very good. She's made a very good living at that, and she's decided that she's got an idea, and she's decided to pursue that. And Henry's in IT.
Very cool.
Did you ever do IT?
In a manner of speaking,
I think so, like damage control.
In our company, we dealt with graphics people, so naturally we preferred them using Macs, and had to become authorized Mac technicians. So that would be the extent of it. I mean, we do network stuff and all of that, but not traditional IT per se, because basically we were consultants.
And that a lot of that was print, right?
Yeah, print and some video and the odd bit of music. Yeah.
Did you ever work with Sundog?
Did I ever work with Sundog? Well, not really. No.
Did you have an opinion of Sundog?
I worked, you know, in the same field with them when I was in printing.
Did you ever work with Riley's?
No, never worked with Riley's. Used them, but never did work for them.
Did you ever work with Sundog, Riley's? Well, you worked with West Canadian Graphics?
No, we never had them as a client either. We used printing shops. We had Petrotech.
Wait, Petrotech is your company, right?
No. That's just a company that we did work for.
What was Petrotech?
It was Petrotech, and now it's Carbon Copy, I think. I can't remember.
Where was the building, though?
The building's gone.
Where was it?
It's becoming a big tower. What would be the address?
Did you go there to help move some stuff at one point?
Yeah, we went there, right?
And when I went there, did I say, "Oh, I think I did some work with them"?
I can't remember. That shouldn't be a surprise, by the way.
My first book was published at Sundog. Lori printed it at Sundog, but she also did a lot of printing with Sundog. I think was like one of her go-to. She really liked those, and they were just across the street from us because we're on 9th Avenue. Yep. And then I worked for West Canadian Graphics. They basically paid me to run a photocopier, but used me for graphic design. I think they're billing me out at about $75 an hour back then.
Yep.
I worked for Riley's as a bike courier.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
I love that, actually. I was actually always shocked at the guys that ran the paper presses. Like, downstairs where you'd see like these big machines that ate hands.
Mm-hmm.
It always seemed like the guys that worked with the machines that would eat hands also had like Fender guitars tattooed on their arms. I remember this one guy downstairs would always have his hands right next to the rollers where they suck the paper. And I was like, dude, why do you have a Fender guitar tattooed on? He's like, because I play guitar, bro. And I was just like, I remember thinking to myself, I saw the guitar tattoo, and I 100% wrote off the possibility that he played guitar, because I couldn't imagine somebody that needed their hands for a guitar would have put them near any of those machines.
You know, this thing, you know, you got to have a job. And if you've got a job and it pays well, you put up with it, even if there's the chance of being eaten by the machine.
I avoided the hand eating jobs. I'd rather die than lose my hands.
Well, there you go. You know?
Everyone has different.
So, you know, it's a good thing you never had to work in factories.
Yeah.
Most factories are full of places and things and opportunities to cause yourself serious physical damage. And even if you're good all the time, if you don't look after, for example, your ears, you'll go deaf, because usually factories are quite noisy.
Yeah.
Well,
my grandpa was a machinist for the trains, and he went deaf.
But instead of working for a factory, I took a job at a sign company, and we used to work on ladders that
you were always
fall off of and kill yourself that way.
Like ladders on top of other ladders.
And actually, I did
in the world.
I did damage the early damage I did to my deaf ear. I deafened my ear playing the drums, actually, but before that, it was damaged for about 10 years because I was sandblasting these maps for the golf course at the Hamptons. 18 holes, the map was produced on a giant boulder, and I sandblasted each stone into a map. And one day I was almost done this, and I just needed to touch up a few things, and the earplug fell out of my ear inside my blasting helmet. And that was like Space 1999. Like I was in a full diving bell sandblasting these rocks.
Yep.
And I remember when I came out, there was no sound in my one ear. I was like, that's really messy. And then about 3 days later, it was like getting hit in the side with a golf club. And it rang for a couple of days. And then it kind of went back to normal for a while. And then I was giving Robin a bath a few years later, and all of a sudden it just went ping. And so there was sort of a deterioration. But for sure, I was telling Jess, like, we'll go buy a building. And at the top of the building will be something like an eagle that looks like a postage stamp. And I go, you know how big that is? That was our entire sign shop. Like that was like when we put it on the truck, on the flatbed truck, it hung over the edges and it took up 2 lanes of traffic. And it was the biggest thing we could carry. And when we and because it's on like Blackfoot Trail, there's like a hill. So there's a big giant building with an eagle on the side. And from the road, it's at eye level to the road. Mm-hmm. But where we put it up, it was 60 feet in the air. So I had this sign. It was about 15 feet by 15 foot square. And we needed to put this sign on the side of a building with no harnesses, no safety gear, 1 60-foot ladder and 1 50-foot ladder. And so Martin had the 50-foot ladder on the roof of the truck, and I had the 60-foot ladder on the wall. And this is visual, but I remember going up the ladder, and you kind of had the drill stuffed into your pants and the drill in your teeth and the screws in your pocket. And the wind caught us, and both ladders, like if you know the angle that they're leaned towards the wall from the ground, like it's like, I don't know, what does that do? Yep. Both ladders were pulled by the wind all the way past Central and as far to the other direction as we'd been leaning onto the wall. And then the wind shifted and blew us all the way back. And that was like an everyday normal thing for us. Every single day was like, I didn't die that time.
You're like, how could people put their hands at risk? And you're putting your whole body at risk every day.
The point that I'm trying to make that I was willing to lose my body and die, but I was not willing to lose my hands.
The whole thing. Right.
If I was specifically in more danger of losing my arm than the rest of me, I would have not taken that job, but I didn't seem to have a problem with. There was another time I worked in a cafe, and I was the only male that worked at the cafe, and because I'd taken a few weeks off to go to Vancouver, when I came back, nobody changed the toilet paper in the men's bathroom, and so downstairs, the whole building used this one bathroom that the cafe used, and then when I went downstairs after my trip, clearly somebody had gone in there and went to the washroom and then didn't have any paper, and so
instead of just telling the
they used
people.
newspaper to it
Word?
solved their immediate problem, and
Yep.
then, they must have had like a flood, because there was about 2 inches of gray water with fecal matter on the floor, all over the floor.
Mm.
And then beyond that, there was a rolled up newspaper stuffed into the clogged toilet, which must have been out of spite.
Rage.
And then the last stage was, I had to invent a word for this. It didn't really have a word, but someone had pooper mache'd the walls with what was left in the newspaper. And I remember going in there thinking like, oh man, like they do not pay me enough to clean this mess up. But I also felt like if I didn't clean it up myself, then the girls I worked with would have to clean it up. And so I remember just like taking one for the team, and I cleaned up this mess. And I should have been more worried about hepatitis.
Any number of things.
Well, and then the thing that just occurred to me fairly recently was the owner of the cafe got written up that year because the what do you call it? The
Health inspector.
health inspector had come in, and they found traces of this one particular bacteria in the kitchen of that cafe. And she was really mad. Like they were like, somebody here didn't wash their hands after they went to the bathroom. And that wasn't me. 100% that wasn't me, because I'm like neurotic about stuff like that. But I wonder if maybe years later it might be that because I'd cleaned up that mess.
It was like on your on
Yeah,
your
there might have
body.
been like traces of it that got tracked into the kitchen after. No matter how much I cleaned up, I might not have been able to clean
like
up.
on your body, even if it was like on your
Right.
shoulder.
Right.
Or someone who'd used or even just gone into the bathroom and gone, holy crap, and then turned around and left.
Right.
And if there was stuff on the floor, you know,
Mhm.
that's all it would take.
Yes, Scott.
I'm gonna go breathe aerosol stuff.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was kidding, but he means he's going to do some painting he can't do online.
Yeah.
Is that what it means? Okay.
Scott says a Jambo Mung Fest.
Which Scott is that?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now it's possible I spoke to Scott about Jambo Java, but I don't remember him. Have we had a conversation about? Did he remember Jambo Java? Was he a regular?
I'm not sure.
Scott, come online with us and tell me about your memories of Jambo Java, and how you know what Jambo Java was. I must
You
have
could
told.
have just been listening to your story.
Did I say Jambo Java today?
Yeah.
I would have thought that I would have avoided saying Jambo Java because I'm telling the story about the fecal matter. You could piece it together,
Mhm.
but I do wonder if it's possible that that I was at least part of that problem.
Hey, Felix.
Hello.
What are you working on?
What?
What are you working on?
I'm going upstairs.
Well, it was nice that you came to visit with us.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Scott said, no, I just remembered from a few years ago.
Oh,
You telling it. Also,
oh,
what were you saying?
nothing.
Our,
You know, I almost inherited Jambo Java.
yeah.
I got fired 5 times, and every time I get fired, there was like 5 owners,
Mhm.
right? Every time a new owner came on, I'd apply, and they'd be impressed with how quickly I learned the trade. I'd only been like fired for like a week or two. Then they sold the place, and then, oh yeah, I could pick up and I could make
I mean, affogato.
not an affogato. We did not serve that, but
I learned that from you.
sure. No, I didn't. Because I didn't eat ice cream until I was 30,
Oh,
right?
right.
And the first ice cream I had was because I was craving a coffee and I had an opportunity to have an affogato. But A cappuccino I would make with like what I like to call bulletproof cream on top that you could sculpt the foam that I made.
Nice.
I was very proud of my foam. I never got anybody the coffee they ordered, not once.
It's just like your paintings. You get the coffee you deserve, not the coffee you asked for.
Yeah.
You get the painting.
Well, and it was like a comedy show. Like I didn't know for a long time. I didn't realize people would come to the cafe I worked at to be entertained by the me struggling to get them their coffee because I wasn't even close most of the time. You know.
Like, what would they ask for? If you made an Americano every time, wouldn't
How would
you
I
get
know
it?
what they asked for? I'm autistic. On the spectrum.
I love that it's like,
I also
what do you mean?
I learned so much about people in that cafe. One of the things I learned was that if the store had a person in it, it could be busy for 6 hours straight. At the split second the store was empty, not the store, but the cafe was empty, the place would empty out and stay empty for hours. And then as soon as somebody walked in, it would just go haywire again. That basically people didn't go into cafes unless they could see through the window that there's people in the cafes. And so sometimes like I would seat people and direct them to their seats so that they could appear to be right in front of the window. Like a perfect. That's why when we'd go to Highs just down the block, and depending on how they dressed, the guy who was like in charge of seating people would like look at us, think for a second. If you were having a good day, they put us in the window, and if I was having a bad day, they put us in the back. Basically, if your beauty could make up for my mess, they'd be like, "This couple's not going to bring people in."
Milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
No, it's true. Your milkshake might bring all the boys to the record store.
Yeah.
I might know what milkshake is, so maybe I hope I'm not being rude.
I think it's just like a dunk.
Oh, would a milkshake is a gadunk the backside?
I think so. That's how I always took it. Weird. I don't know. No, I don't know. If anyone has any feedback for that.
What if it's way worse than you think?
The idea of like how to start out as an artist, I think just do whatever makes you feel good. Like
I would say
art.
you start by defining what you want out of art.
Yeah.
Because if you're asking like how do I become independently wealthy off of my art, it's a very different conversation than how do I stop myself from feeling beaten down when computers are replacing me? And I think that there's a lot to be said and had with lots of different conversations. But like before you could answer how do you become successful in art, you would have to individually decide what success means. And I don't mean to sound like cheesy that way. I just like
no, because it's different for everybody.
And it changes, right?
Yeah.
Like my definition of art and success is completely different than it was a year ago.
Totally.
So
yeah, totally.
I'm probably the last person you want to ask about that because I'm currently going.
I think you'd be the perfect person. Because it'd be a different perspective.
I sold 2,700 paintings of my own.
Yeah.
To keep the gallery open.
Yeah.
And then I closed the gallery because I felt like I never to have someone. And Theo, I think, can agree because I think he donated in the hundreds of paintings to us.
Yeah.
And, but then the we get on strike and I sold some paintings so I can give some food
cards,
gift cards out to some teachers.
This was really hard.
I need to move this over there.
Oh, I can do it. This was really hard.
It's just going to drip. And it's a really so I'm not tripping. Okay. You're more faith gravity than I do.
Okay. Bitch, look. I'm making a pinch pot, and I used to have like a lot of baggage, I think, around pinch pots because that's like the one thing people will go to talk to kids about. But
That's
then,
crazy. I didn't know that about you.
yeah, and I recognized it this year actually, because
Is that going to drip?
why?
Because I don't ink on my speakers.
No.
I actually only like pinch pots.
Okay, I learned that about myself, and isn't that crazy? Like
Did you know
I'm
that?
recognize the mindfulness that it takes. I'm like,
What's a pinch pot?
so this I was forming this just out of my hand, so it was
Oh,
a
okay.
blob of clay,
Gotcha.
and then it's just pinching. So it's like I think I had baggage around it before, but I learned it that
No.
it's like
It's not true because I can throw clay,
it's very sensitive.
But,
like it's a sensitive thing.
but I tend to feel like for me that's where it's at.
I can see that with you.
Yeah,
actually.
because you're handling, right, versus
all
like the
hand.
machine spinning and you reacting to the machine spinning. Pinch pots are what's interesting to me in looking at clay, so I have a tendency to make those too.
And I've been really excited to sit here and do this actually because of like the mindfulness aspect of it.
And also, we saw that crazy octopus dangling at the edge of the.
Yeah, I wanted to do something a little bit like.
Pinch pot into an octopus.
No.
No. Okay. Oh, camera went off. Do you want to put it back on? Right there. That button.
Ah. Can you write me off a piece of paper, too? Thank you. I should have shown what it looked like at the beginning. It was a really lumpy lump of like hard clay.
Yeah.
And now it's like very. Oh, nice.
Do they paint Jambo Java? Oh, that makes sense. Why?
Or the espresso machine.
The espresso.
I can't remember.
That is a good. That's what I'm going to tell you. No. It was a what's our espresso machine?
Rancilio.
Rancilio. I didn't drink coffee, and I started writing a book, and
Book.
I started drinking coffee at Tim Hortons late at night as like permission to go, and hang out in the cafe. And as something changed, and maybe when I went back to school, I had to keep more day hours. Does that make sense? And so, amongst my day hours, I started hanging out at Jambo Java to write my book. And then one day they were looking for somebody. Why? Because that's kind of how it went there. You had to be like invited to apply.
This is a side note. Sorry, Scott. I clicked a question mark on your thing. I know what you meant when you were saying that. I didn't mean to click that. I'm trying to see if I can get rid of these extra comments here.
Why are you getting rid of comments?
No, these ones in the bottom corner because they're also on.
Do
the
they
side.
matter?
No, I guess not. You can see through them. So I guess it's okay.
Are you worried about something that I don't know? I'm not correcting you or criticizing you. I'm asking you a question.
No, it's just in the way
Of what?
currently.
Oh, gotcha. See how that communication happened when I had all the information?
Yes.
But sometimes it's like some pervy guys like sending us like.
Oh yeah, no. I just clicked on something and I clicked a question mark.
You get
on
what I'm
Scott's.
saying?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Okay. And then you're like, why didn't you do anything about that guy? And I was like, what are you talking about? I guess we need a code word for like pervert or something, you know?
Not just saying, why is that pervert doing like that?
No, waiting till it's over,
Oh.
and then going, "That's weird. Why didn't you do anything about that guy that kept flashing his genitals?" And I'm like, "What?"
I was painting.
You're like, "I thought you knew." I'm like, "No, because if I'd seen somebody flashing their genitals, I 100% would have told them to stop." You tell them, it's like, "Well, I just thought it was okay because you didn't say anything." I'm like, "What the hell?" I love how you're laughing right now. Like, that could never happen. It's like,
No, I'm laughing. It's like totally what happened. Yeah. Good times.
no, they
Not
were
good-
not good
Not
times.
good times.
They were times,
It
but
was
they
the
were not
best
good
times.
No,
It was the
no,
worst of
no.
times.
Yeah, have you ever seen The Deer Hunter?
Have I ever seen The Deer Hunter? Yes.
Did you enjoy it?
Not particularly, but then I suspected at the time that I wasn't supposed to enjoy it. I was supposed to learn something from it.
It's my new favorite movie.
Yeah. My favorite movie. Can't honestly say I have one, but if I do, if it crawls out of the recesses of the thing that has conscious recall, it's probably an animation film of some kind, probably from Disney too. I really like Pinocchio.
Mm.
Yeah.
I have some baggage about Pinocchio.
Oh, okay. What kind?
I had this toy named Officer Murphy. I used to call him Murphy, and because it was PHY, so I must have been able to read a little bit. And he was a Richard Scarry cop dog on a motorcycle, and he was by far my favorite toy, and also my favorite books. I love the Richard Scarry books and stuff. And I had a blue puffy jacket. I was probably 5, and they were replaying Pinocchio in the theaters because that's obviously before video stores. Maybe you would go out of the theater and then it would come back into the theater.
Yep.
And that was the summer that. Now here's the other thing. Jess, do you remember I was telling you like it was weird that my mom was a teacher, but she was never around in the summertime?
Yeah.
At 5 years old, should I have been at the movies by myself?
I thought your mom took you.
My mom dropped me off at the movies.
What?
Yeah.
Priscilla.
Things were different back then, I guess.
They
But,
really trusted all of the people in the Pinocchio
Yeah,
theater.
so my mom dropped me off at the movies. And I was super nervous that if I went, because I had a ticket, right? And the entire time I sat there holding onto my ticket because I was afraid if I lost my ticket, they were going to come and like kick me out. Like I kept expecting them to check my movie ticket during the movie.
Oh.
And I think I had to go to the bathroom. And I remember getting out of my mom's blue station wagon on the way into the theater and checking my pockets. And Officer Murphy was in my pocket. The blue goose-filled puffy jacket that I was wearing had zippers. And so I zipped the pocket shut so that I absolutely couldn't lose Officer Murphy. But I had a cold. And so I was blowing my nose with the piece of tissue I had in my blue pocket. And at the end of the movie, Officer Murphy, I used to call him, was not in my pocket. And it was too dark to see whether Officer Murphy was in my pocket or not. But I had faith that he was still in my pocket because I hadn't taken him out. Like I was so careful. And then I remember I didn't want to start looking in my pockets because I didn't want to take a risk on him falling out of my pocket in the movie theater. And so I kind of like left until I got out into the lobby to really start digging for Officer Murphy. And then was my sister either in the theater with me or in a different movie than me? And my mom was picking us up. And I got up to the lobby and emptied out my pockets and for sure there was no Officer Murphy. And so I was just devastated, but I also thought I couldn't go back into the theater to look for him. I think I did. I think I like pulled like a Felix where I just like busted through the door and ran in, like looked around. And then the guy was doing like the mop, the sweeping. And I think I was also kind of embarrassed that I lost this stupid toy. Like I, kind of felt shame about playing with toys. So anyhow, I left the theater. I think I left the theater because I convinced myself that I must have put Officer Murphy out of my pocket when I was in the car. Like, those denial things.
Mm-hmm. Very well.
Got out to the car and he was not in the car. And like, here's the thing, like, it was just a piece of plastic, right? But I was 5. And I remember when I was 15, we lived in Calgary at this point because I lived in Edmonton when I had this whole event. When I was 15, I was cleaning up my room, and in my toy box, I found the motorcycle that Officer Murphy used to ride. And I just sat on my bed and I freaking cried for half an hour. Like, I cried harder for Officer Murphy than I did for my Uncle Joe when my Uncle Joe passed.
I think that's the power of our imagination, our toys, and our hearts. Like, that's a really tragic. Oh.
Not just the loss of the toy, but also like how I handled it.
Well, that you were alone.
That is weird. I'm just realizing
Like
right
that
now
you were alone and your mom didn't say, "Oh, just go ask them." Like,
my mom wasn't at the theater.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I think my sister
like,
was in the
when
theater,
Felix
but not like
lost his robot cup.
Right.
We called the thing.
You went on a manic trip by yourself.
Yeah, we went together and it was saved.
Yeah.
But you were alone and you didn't even know you could ask.
Or go back in and look for it.
Yeah, go back like you're a kid. Of course you could go back in and look. But you didn't know that.
Right.
Oh. And then you didn't even think to ask your mom when she picked, you know what I mean? Like,
no, my mom had a very different approach to things like that. My mom had very little tolerance for forgetting stuff. So I would not have even told her.
My parents, I remember I left I was little and I had a purse, like maybe 13 or 14. I had like my purse.
Yeah.
And I left it at a restaurant in like Radium.
Yeah.
And my parents called and asked them, it was somewhere in BC.
Pass me that.
And they got them to either mail it back or something like that.
Probably the first time I actually dealt with something like that instead of just accepting it as lost was that night I locked myself out of my apartment and I thought my keys were in that Italian restaurant that I told you about. Did I splash the floor? Just look down there.
It's indigo dyed anyway.
Well, if it landed on the white part, it'd be kind of gross. But I think it's okay.
Yeah, that's there.
It's like a first-year teacher. Didn't want to go out because I had no money. I think Carl and his girlfriend offered to buy me dinner because I was struggling. Went out to that restaurant that I tell you about every time that I passed. Whenever we pass it. And I had pasta because it was like $2 pasta night or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And here I was, brand new teacher. And Carl wanted to score some weed that night. And so I needed a ride home. And it was like minus 30. And Carl's driving me home, but they stop at Ray the drug dealer's house to buy some weed. And what?
Ray the drug dealer.
Yeah, he had a last name. I think, yeah. And I'm like, no, I'm not going in there because I'm a teacher now. Like, So I sat in the car while they were doing the deed. And then when they got back to the car, I was hypothermic. I was wearing a jean jacket, and they dropped me off at the other tower at the Continental Towers. Got up to the door, put my hands in my pockets, no keys in my pockets. I'm like, oh my God. So I remember I ran back to the restaurant, and it was closed, and I was about to like have a meltdown. And I saw a guy mopping, and he let me in to look for my keys, and they weren't there. So I just -30 walked over to Carl's house. They'd gone somewhere else until about 2 a.m, and I spent 2 hours just sitting on the street curb, like frozen, and thought I was going to die, but I had nowhere to go, and I just sat there waiting. And then when they pulled up, my keys had fallen out of my pocket when I was in the back seat of the car. Okay, watch this doesn't drip. Boom, boom. It's crazy how nice this looks just like this.
It's really beautiful because of the brown background. And
am I going to wreck it by putting more darker details
space.
in? I might, but the hell,
You only live once.
Right. It's 8:26.
Mm-hmm.
So they might send the teachers back to work without a deal on Thursday.
Next week.
Next week.
Yeah, they'll suspend our constitutional rights and make us go.
Like dogs.
Yeah, they'll just say, I don't care. You're going back. And I'll be like, hopefully we don't go, okay. But we're teachers and we care about the students. So
100%.
It's like you said about Superman, and when Felix goes, what's Superman's downfall? And you think about kryptonites, it's like, no, it's not kryptonite. It's that he cares about the humans. He lost the little guy.
Okay, couple things. The cameras are timing out a little bit more often, but I didn't have to set anything up when we logged on tonight. Everything was ready to go. And I didn't have to put in a password either.
That's interesting.
Did you notice we don't have to do passwords
anymore? Yeah. Maybe StreamYard's been like updated.
And they're like, what parts of our program suck the most? Like, well, the password sucks pretty hard. And I don't see why it would matter. We want people to join us, so you don't need to be as like we publish the password.
Oh, right. Like the code, like to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We want people to join.
But then you're losing all of that suspense and potential drama of, logging into the super secret Isle of Roux.
I don't have any of that.
Aww.
That's just something I want to work. I get no joy from
suspense.
No. It used to be solely on me to make that stuff work. And then Jess had this kind of like independence from, I don't care if it works. And that was really not good for a relationship.
I don't care.
And it didn't really hit us until we were doing an event at the Wednesday late night at the Plaza. And we're sitting in the audience and we could hear somebody yell from the back, "Where's my dongle?" And the other one's like, "What dongle?" And I was like, "Divorce." It's like, oh, that's us.
Ah, yes, dongles. Fine pieces of technology. I have a printer. That needs a dongle.
You currently do?
Yep. It's a really old printer. It's a Fuji First Proof.
My brand new
wow.
iPhone needs a dongle because they changed the headphones jack.
Oh, that's not a dongle. That's just an adapter.
Oh,
There's,
what's
there's a
dongle?
difference. A dongle is another gateway. If it's not there, the device won't work.
Is it like am I remembering a dongle as like a piece of hardware that works like a software?
Well, it's basically, yeah, it's just a hardware piece of equipment that says, oh, yes, this computer is allowed to print to this device. That's
Right.
basically it. Yeah.
Right. But they did mechanically plug in, right? Am I correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
So the dongle sort of function kind of like an adapter, but like
Yeah.
software.
they're just a hardware key that, to think of it that way.
I think I'm coming to a realization what dongle means, just in time for it not to matter.
There we go. Yeah.
I'm like this close to never singing a dongle again, and now I know what it is.
I have an old phone, so I need to use a dongle.
No, you have an adapter. You just taught us
Adapter.
this.
Sorry,
Yeah.
adapter.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I like my color palette tonight.
Yeah, I do too. That blue is really lovely, like the light and the
Yeah,
dark.
and I bought way too much of it, and I just threw it all the cardboard. And I have a poop ton of cardboard to work with, but I don't anymore, do I?
It's okay.
What acrylics do I have out and about? I need something that's kind of flat.
You have all of your acrylics out. You can go grab it, look through.
I can.
Well,
Thank you.
sometimes you
Ask you to get it?
No, I was gonna say sometimes you don't want to leave this
No.
space.
Oh, I see. That was way less passive aggressive than I thought.
Yeah.
I actually took that kind of personally.
I know, I felt that. I'm sorry.
You can pick that up if you want.
You can call me Flower if you want.
No, that's not passive aggressive. That's sweet. You can stop that now. I think. Because the literal people, they don't get it. You're like, you can go clean that up. You're like, that's okay.
It's okay.
It took you like a decade to stop saying Felix, like, do you want to clean your room? And he's like,
No,
I'm good.
I'm okay. But he was just like sweet. He wasn't being rude at all.
No, and like neither did I understand. You'd give me that look like, are you gonna back me up here? And I'm like, no, he said he's okay.
Is that a little pumpkin diorama, Kelly? That is very cute. Pumpkin diorama.
The trees are actually recycled from a 3D printer.
Oh, cool. That's good use.
You took it out of a 3D printer, like
I don't have a 3D printer. I got something printed, but I said, give me everything that's the stands that actually made the print.
oh, I understand.
Yeah.
that.
The
That's-
So
extra.
I said to give me all the supports, and then the supports look like trees, so made them into trees.
Did people talk about them as trees? Did they go, oh, you got to break the trees off?
So,
No, they just say the supports.
But they do look very organic, don't they?
Yeah, so I just thought, oh, I'm just gonna reuse it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm reusing everything.
Now, do you think that they're shaped like that because that was just the easiest shape that evolved out of the machine? Or do you think somebody felt like a tree shape would be a good way to make supports?
No, that's what they come like out of the support. Like they just are made by the machine.
Super interesting. I wonder why 3D printings end up making Fibonacci's.
Like, look, this is like another part, and then I'm gonna make it into hedges because they look like hedges to me.
that
Or
is-
paint them green and they could be funky broccolis.
Oh, that too. But you can I can reuse a lot of this stuff. Like there's one that looks like a circle as well. And I'll probably make it into something as well.
Very cool. That is good use of that material.
So I'm just making these little guys just for to sell and stuff.
Nice.
So there's a big house actually on 14th Street called the Gargoyle House.
Yeah.
And
Street and what?
what?
Like what quadrant?
14th Street in Southland. Everybody's been talking about it. It's the it had gargoyles on it, but now it has like these giant blow-ups. There's a giant cat on the roof. There's a giant ghost on the roof, and then there's a whole bunch of other stuff on the roof as well. And then me and a friend of mine, Ian, we built up the backyard, so we made a maze from the ground up.
Very
So we decorated it, and so now they're going to have people go through starting tomorrow for free.
nice.
So it's kind of fun, though. We designed it for the person. So,
That's super cool.
and then we also did the inside as well. So we did creepy cloth all the way up the banister and everything. About something like probably 100 pieces of creepy cloth on the banister.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah. And it's a circus thing, so it's all clowns and stuff.
Nice.
So it's kind of cool.
That is
These,
very,
these kids really like it.
I love that.
They went to apparently the Under 200 show on the weekend and bought some art.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I have told them about the Isle of Roux, but I don't think he's really busy, so it's hard for them to. I don't think the kids know about it, so I'll tell them about it again.
We don't even really need to promote the Isle of Roux anymore. We used to have to promote the Rumble House because we used to need people to show up. But the Isle of Roux, there's no pressure.
It's just if you like it, then that's so nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be going on this weekend and next weekend. I don't have the times because we're waiting for the person to get back to us.
Very cool.
And then I'm also at Screamfest for this weekend and next weekend.
Okay. Here's a design question.
You're talking to me?
Kind of you and me.
Yeah.
Is this super satisfying smooth like this? Or should I?
What? You mean like because it has some fingerprints in it? Save the fingerprints if that's what you're asking me.
I kind of like doing like this with the back of my finger and then giving it texture, like. Yeah. Kind of like an egg. It feels like
You
an egg.
were talking to yourself.
I was talking. Oh, it's a good sound machine. It's a good echo sound machine.
I really thought we would have more clay to go back to work with because we took our clay out of storage
Mm-hmm.
when we went on strike, thinking, "Oh, it'd be nice if we had some clay ready to go
Mm-hmm.
and go back to school." And we didn't really.
We've been busy.
Yeah, you kind of have the feeling like we could retire, and it would just be just as hectic every day.
Mm-hmm. Just different hectic.
Not even different. But what I find strange is it's like that in the summertime too, right? Like we get 60 days off and we never get any rest, and then it's time to go back to work. And then it's like when we're back at work, somehow we still get everything done. Like how do you lose like 10 hours a day every day teaching
And still.
and end up no more behind than when you have all day off because you're on strike?
I feel like we get up earlier when we're working at school.
No.
Our day starts at 5 rather than 8.
Yeah, but our day starts at 8 and we go till like 3 a.m.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
I would say we're probably sleeping more while we're teaching.
Yeah, because I'm like,
Well,
I need to go to
what blows my mind in the summertime, and this absolutely blows my mind in the summertime, that we teach all day. I got to drive to another town and then back before we set up for the Isle of Roux.
Mhm.
Then we go, summertime comes in, and I end up like not getting the show on time, like, well, scrambling to get like the show on time in the last 15 minutes. Like, how can I possibly drive to another town, teach all day, come home, get everything ready for 7 o'clock when we broadcast, all year teaching, and then in the summertime it's like 20 to 7. I'm like still scrambling to set up. It's crazy. Like, I know how that happens, but it's just crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy in love with you. Not necessarily my job, but I'm crazily in love with you. Do.
Theo, do you ever rest now that you're retired?
Do I ever what?
Rest.
Oh, I nap like big time. Napping is one of my major activities.
You want to hear something that I think you will find quite unusual?
Okay.
I have napped in my life,
Yes.
but probably maybe under 10 times.
Ah.
And it really, the 10 times that I did nap, or maybe 8 times I've napped in my life. And this includes like when I was a kid, staring at the ceiling going, but I'm not tired. And my mom going, you're not coming out for an hour. I did not nap when I was a kid, but I was like forced to lay down and have naps. So I just sit there and listen to the lawnmower or whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I can't nap. And if I did, it's like when I wake up, it feels like I got hit by a truck and I have the flu.
That's like my buddy Terry. She tries to avoid naps because she feels like crap when she wakes up.
For how long does she feel like crap?
I can't remember if she's told me. You know, I think it passes within a half an hour.
Right. But why would I take a nap if I'm going to feel shitty for half an hour?
Well, that's precisely why she makes sure she doesn't fall asleep,
And
except
also,
when she goes to bed at night.
yeah. Also, if I did nap, let's say I napped for half an hour, that's how long I'm going to feel bad for. But if presumably, and I don't even know if this is true, but I got to assume the reason you're taking the nap is you like how it feels.
That's absolutely correct. I want to lie down and sleep, and very often I'll just dream.
Okay.
And the dream might be, well, my dreams are usually interesting. I haven't had a nightmare in goodness knows a long time, I'm happy to say. So my dreams are always quite intriguing. I'll wake up and probably forget 99% of them. Every now and then one will stick with me.
All of my dreams are nightmares. And I don't know if I dream during naps, but I do know that I can't tell I'm napping. So I'm not trying to be clever or funny or quirky. I can't. I don't like, if Jess said she wanted to take a nap, I would be perplexed. Like, why? Like, what do you get out of it? And then she'd go, oh, it's nice when you go to sleep. But I'm like, no, because you're sleeping. Like,
I think the only time I nap is when I have a migraine.
You used to nap before you met me.
No.
Really?
I've never napped.
But were you anti-nap like me?
I don't think anti-nap. I just never did it.
I am 100% anti-nap. On your way back, can you grab my white gesso with the
With turmeric?
turmeric in it? Yeah. I don't think I gave that young person any good advice about getting into art.
I think the beginning part though is you have to figure out what you think of as
that's what I
success.
said, yeah.
Yeah, you did, I think.
Define for yourself.
I think that's a major part. You have to.
Right, and I don't have that information to move forward with, so.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
What is success? And what is your art? Like, what do you want out of it?
And then, like, that could be a question on, like, how can I motivate myself to make things?
Yeah.
And I actually did have a revelation about that the other day. you remember I was talking to you about that book we read where it's all the different techniques that the different writers use to motivate themselves?
Yeah.
Well, this is actually kind of like, I don't want to sound arrogant, but it really didn't hit me. When I was reading that book about all those people forcing themselves to write, I was a little mystified. Like, why do they find it so difficult to get up and write? Because, like, if they don't like writing, why are they doing it?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I wrote that first book because we were on Christmas break and it was really cold.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept waking up before you, right? And you liked it, so it became like kind of a cute way to keep your attention that Christmas. I was writing that book 100% to charm you. You remember?
It worked.
And then Lori said, I tease her about this all the time.
They said thank you, by the way. The person.
Oh, good. Lori said, oh, send me the book. I want to see it. And I was like, sure. And so do you remember I sent her the first chapter?
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm like misrepresenting her when I tell the story, but I'm pretty sure she wrote back, it's a hard pass. And that seems like kind of weird that she would say that. But I think she did say hard pass. And I didn't really need her to be that frank, you know? But we published the book and we sold, I think we sold like 50 copies, just you and me.
Yeah.
And then she wanted to see it again and she loved it. And then she wanted to publish it. And so
because we didn't publish it, we printed it.
Right. So when I made my first book, it wasn't any stress at all to force myself to write it. There was no negotiation to like, how can I get myself out there to do this? Mm-hmm. The other book where she gave me the assignment to do a 200-page art book, that also came out quite easily because I had a deadline and I had 190 days to write a 200-page book, right? Mm-hmm. But this time around, and I don't know if you did or didn't have this experience, because like often Lori will just kind of come up with an assignment, like I need 30 pages for this book or what have you. And it's absolutely way easier to write a book when you know it's going to be published, right? Like I think the doubt you have writing a book, like, am I going to be able to get somebody to read this? Am I going to be able to finish this?
Right. Is
a very different experience than when you've been published and you get like a deadline and a page count. And I took that for granted. And I have been like this time writing the book's been really quite easy because it's just like, oh, I'm just going to plug away and Lori trusts me. And
that is so beautiful.
What
oh
is
my God.
this?
Yes. Gosh.
I don't know why you like it so much.
Look at it.
Huh,
The
let's put it
color
this way.
scheme. No, the way it was before was
I
perfect.
know. I meant like this. Get some good.
Oh my God.
This is like 100% me just screwing around, which I think is like good for me to have the cardboard because.
Now I wish I would have fought more for it. I apologize.
No, that was too much.
That was a
cardboard.
lot. Okay.
We had all this cardboard because we got ourselves is it a credenza?
Isn't the pressure higher because you have to outperform yourself?
No, because everything I made last year sucks. And everything I'm making right now is the best ever. So I have the benefit of being a megalomaniac while I'm working on something, and then absolute down on myself when I'm done working on something. So
What's yours, by the way? I just put it down there because
yeah.
I didn't have space.
I gave my first book away as a gift to the writer that you really respected, and he's been giving me feedback on this book, and I'm like, oh, I wish, because Lori gave him the wrong book. I'd rather if I think they had a copy of The Troll. So I'm getting this really nice positive feedback about The Troll, but that's like I've kind of moved on since then. Oh, pass me that goat over there. But okay, so if it comes to like motivating yourself, pressure's not higher because it helps to be delusional. It helps to think that that you matter way more than you do. And it doesn't help you make friends to be delusional when you think you matter way more than you do. But in my case, like, I'm not being entirely honest either. The best way I can describe it is I relax and I lean into it. And then the art just like kind of flows through me like a radio. So it is 100% not very gracious of me to take for granted that somehow I've cultivated the ability to zone out and just let the work flow in. And when I do that, I'm surprised. I'm like, ooh, I don't know who's writing the story, but I sure like it. And that's kind of a nice treat for me.
That is a beautiful treat. You're blessed.
Yeah, how often do you have that where you're like, you zone out and the art just starts making itself? Because we've never talked about how your experience with that.
Actually, yeah, I think I would say I'm closer because when I talk about my work, I talk about it like they're little like prayers or meditations. And so I start with an idea, but then I think when I was little, I'd get very disappointed that it wouldn't look how I wanted it to. But then the more I practiced and made art so much that it's like I'm like, oh, that's not what I was thinking, but this is way better. And then I go with what I see.
Right.
So like I don't think I'm as divinely inspired as you. Like I feel like you really open up to the universe and it comes through you.
Yeah.
I feel like
you say divinely inspired. I just feel like I'm cheating.
Right. So is it ever right? Okay. Because like when I'm
especially if I do something well, I feel so guilty that I'm like, I don't remember thinking about that. It just kind of
like
happened.
with Naomi's portrait, you're like, I can't take credit for any of that. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. So you're right. I guess I don't know what's
like
the best.
Imposter syndrome for sure is how I edit myself after the work. I lean heavily on the imposter syndrome. And then megalomania is how I dive into the work.
Get it done. Yeah, get into it.
But I also like have conditioned myself in many, many, many ways to pivot towards creation.
Pivot towards
creation. So like we're like on strike and I'm stressed out, so I paint. Or I'm relaxing, so I paint. Or I have a nice moment and I want to remember it, so I paint. Or like I want a beautiful woman to like me better than I deserve, so I paint. And you're the beautiful woman. Yeah. But like, I think because I keep using that outlet in as many different ways. Like, I remember when I used to get really distraught and I had like, maybe like modern kids would be cutting. And I was feeling self-destructive. I used to run and I would try and run myself to death. And I know that sounds a bit morbid, but like I got in pretty good shape trying to like blow up my heart while I was running.
Right.
Yeah. Do we have any goat poems? You and me?
Yeah. There's the one with the boy in the red.
How's it go?
The red.
You can't read it because your hands are dirty.
I can get it though. What time is it?
No, I'm just gonna like I want text.
It's about here. Oh, I can grab the book. I'm
dying to see who that is later because right now we're recognizing an email and then we don't know who you are yet.
Yeah, what happens every time is like, oh, we're just
So
talking
kinda
to
a little-
people,
little-
and then after the like we were saying about Galen, it's like
Galen we talked to for like 9 years, and we didn't know that Galen was like fish guy.
Jack Pike.
We thought Jack Pike was a kid named Jack. They came to figure drawing.
And then it was Galen. We had a good laugh. We laughed and we laughed.
Well, it wasn't just funny that we didn't know who Galen was, as Galen thought we knew who Galen was.
So funny.
And
Like every time we said Jack, he thought we were just being funny. But we just thought his name was Jack.
Theo, have you ever been to Goats on the Roof?
Goats on the Roof.
Yeah.
Nope.
Mm.
What is it? A restaurant?
It's like a little village of shops, kind of like a market. But they quite literally,
Have goats on the roof.
yes.
Okay.
Where? In BC?
Victoria,
Oh, that's-
Vancouver Island.
Nice.
Is it Vancouver Island has Victoria? I always get that mixed up.
Because I
Yep. Yep. Victoria is in Vancouver Island.
Yeah.
South End.
there was a wood carver in Radium, but his place burned down. He had goats on the roof.
Was that like Moondog too?
Mm-hmm. He was
Yeah.
Moondog, yeah. For sure. Oh, shit.
Doesn't hurt to be friends with or partnered with somebody that loves art. Because if you are with somebody that loves art as much as you love art, then I think the opportunities to make art increase.
Yeah.
Because if you're with somebody that's not making art, your friends or your partners or your family, whoever you spend your time with, if they're not interested in that, then you're neglecting them while you're making your art.
Or you're neglecting your art.
Right. No. Well, in my case, just neglecting them.
No.
Yeah. No, but that was the thing, right? Like, I think I used to irritate people. And actually, so in my later years of teaching, I kind of realized maybe I also kind of intentionally irritate people because I need time to myself. So, like, where it's like I might be acting like I don't know I'm irritating people, I actually just want some time to myself, which is, you know, when I figured that out was when I realized that I used to get kicked out of class all the time. And I probably used to get myself kicked out of class because I wanted just some time alone to draw. So
That was a really funny moment, actually.
yeah, and it was kind of recent too, right?
Mm-hmm. But that's like the adult brain understanding the kid brain, like, oh.
That was like Zach doing to me what I used to do to them. I was like, wait a minute, I know this one.
I know this move.
Yeah. And so like there I was teaching and Zach needed some time to himself. And because he really had a big moment, like a huge breakthrough moment. And then I could kind of see him walk around the room looking for something to get himself thrown out of class. And I was like, I'm not going to throw you out of class. Like,
Did you used to, this is Zach that lives out in BC now?
nope.
Oh, no.
Oh, different Zach.
Did I teach Zach? No, I have a doppelganger that I taught at school. Learned a heck of a lot about myself through teaching him because he and I are wired almost exactly the same. And he would kind of do these crazy things and they would make perfect sense to me, but to the rest of the world, they did not make sense. Like I didn't know I didn't like to burn my fingers until one day he burned his fingers. And I realized I had this friend that worked that was really bothered if I left the coffee cups in the machine. And I think initially I just assumed that it made more sense to take the cups out when they weren't hot, let them cool off, and then check them out when you made the next cup.
Mm-hmm.
But this one lady I worked with would take the cups that I left out and put them in my mailbox, to the point where I stopped drinking coffee at school. And then she kept putting cups in my mailbox for like a year, because maybe somebody else was also forgetting to put the cups away, and she just assumed it was always me. And one day she's like, I'm like, oh man, like I wish people would stop putting cups in my box. She's like, maybe you should take them out of the machine. And I was like, dude, I stopped drinking coffee here like 6 months ago. And she just went ghost white, like, oh my goodness, because she's been tormenting me for no reason. But I didn't know, because I remember when she started putting like the coffee cups in my mailbox, I was like, oh, somebody really cares about this, so I need to make a bigger effort to be attentive to their needs. And then I'd find another coffee container in my mailbox, and I was like, oh, I guess I didn't do that. So I eventually came to the conclusion, like, I must not want to fix this problem. And then as I was realizing I didn't want to fix the problem, even though I was like convinced myself that I did want to fix the problem, that's when Zach burned himself on a screw and kind of went into like a physical reaction. I was like, oh, I just realized I don't like burning my fingers. And you don't have any problem burning your fingers, right?
I do it on the daily.
Right. But between the two of us, who would you say is tougher?
You.
But between the two of us, who's better at handling hot fingers?
Me.
Yeah, I'm not good at it. So
you feel it different.
no, the burning pain is like really, really awful to me.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so that might even be a learned response, because like if I wanted to burn myself, I really probably could, right? Like I think maybe like you have a faith that your hand's going to let go of the burning thing before they have to cut your hand off, right? And I maybe don't have that mechanism to this, like between a little and too much.
Interesting.
Like if I had to get a medical procedure and it was painful, I could probably go through just about anything.
Yeah.
Because if I know it's good for me, it's not painful. But if I'm being damaged and I can see myself being damaged, I like freaking lose it.
Interesting. That is interesting.
Like I need those fingers.
We came full circle.
Well, it reminded me of that book we're reading where it's like they had people watch them sleep. It's because like a survival strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Called Hail Mary. Is there an other name to it, or is it just called Hail Mary?
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary. Andy Weir. Also reading The Shining again, which is pretty great.
And
Who
so,
wrote that? Was that Stephen King?
yeah.
Yeah. It took me to become an adult to realize Stephen King's a good writer. I used to think he was like a pop kind of like garbage writer. Probably bias of my English teachers. But then he wrote one of the best books about writing called Stephen King on Writing. Just phenomenal. And I always thought it was weird that he could know so much about writing and still not be a great writer. And then now I'm starting to wonder if he is a great writer. He might be. Maybe we really never appreciate anybody while they're contemporaries. Van Gogh's teachers were all like,
It's not so great.
his draftsmanship's off. Draftsmanship.
These are funny shapes. Like a little ice basket. I can put little herbs in them. It's like,
Hey, Jess,
yeah.
got some cool material.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, I like that.
So you could do each square is something different.
Nice. That's fun.
It's going to cover up the back of the pumpkin.
Oh, nice.
What do you think of my scary skeleton?
I didn't see it.
Put it on.
Oh, there it is. Oh, that looks good. Does it glow in the dark?
No. However, I am currently working on a painting for a teacher friend of mine, and he sent me some pictures from Italy, and I decided because the sky is so vivid that I would use my black light paintings to try and pull off the paint to pull off the vividness of the lighting. And then, even though I'm not even going to tell him when he gets the painting that it's black light and
Glow.
glow in the dark,
Yeah.
I'm just going to give it to him and let him figure it out. I might tell him it's black light, and then later on, oh, we have no more wipes. We need some soap to clean this
I'll get it.
before it stains.
Yeah.
Are we getting close to the end of the world here?
Yeah.
20 more minutes?
Yeah.
Do you know what you're singing tonight?
Yeah, actually.
Is the only movie we made this week the Detective Richards?
Were you talking to me?
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Was the only movie we made this week Detective Richards?
I'm pretty sure. Because I think maybe we didn't make one with Felix. Because we...
Oh, because we went, yeah, we're on strike.
I think...
So what do you guys do at the music store?
Sell records.
Flip records.
So Rich is gonna paint and hang out and do cool stuff. But
We're going to broadcast it if you want to see.
That'd be cool.
You'll probably get a notice in the middle of the week, and we'll do little broadcasts. Not like 2-hour broadcasts, but like just little updates like, here's a painting I'm doing. Come down and get it for free.
I'll get different soap one. This one.
And then,
If I'm not working Screenfest, because usually my phone is on Do Not Disturb between 7 and midnight.
I thought you go to Screamfest to be disturbed.
No, I'm scaring people.
Different disturbed. Yeah, she's the one disturbing.
So Thursday's adults night, so that should be fun.
Nice.
I usually slime the side of my arm to be extra scary.
Usually what?
I slime my
Oh,
jacket, so I'm extra scary.
nice.
Because a lot of people think I'm a mannequin half the time.
Hmm.
So they go to touch me, and this time they'll get a nice surprise.
Okay, I have a question. What happens when you startle somebody and they punch you?
Oh, they usually say sorry.
It's okay, you can put it back. Rich, you can put it back. I just wanted to get.
That's what usually happens. But if they do it intentionally,
What are you saying? That like you startle them and does it ever happen you startle somebody and they have like a nervous reaction and without malice they just
we know to stay away. We can tell when people are like that. You can just tell. I've done it so long that I just know to step back. But then there's people that intentionally will actually hit you on purpose.
Yeah. What am I?
What?
What kind of person am I?
Well, I wouldn't know until you're going through the house. But probably a fight or flight kind of person.
Yeah, like my problem with the escape rooms is I probably spend about 20 minutes in the escape room and then just start kicking through the wall. Like, I think I can get through that wall. You know, like, okay, I know there's a puzzle here, but the wall's drywall, and that's another way out of the room. And then the other thing is, I don't know what I'd be like at Screamfest if I was startled or scared. I probably would go into like hyper-fixated, don't punch anybody mode. But I also think that like if somebody grabbed me in one of those spaces, especially because I used to wrestle it, my instinct would be to hip toss them.
Oh, we don't touch you. There's a rule among all the actors. We don't touch you. You don't touch them, kind of thing.
Yeah. So if nobody touched me, there'd be no problem. But I think if somebody touched me, it would take a lot of concentration not to, toss them.
Yeah, no, we're not allowed to touch people.
It's just the way my brain is wired. But
There is a haunted house. There is one house that you have to sign a waiver where they do touch your ankles or the shoulder and stuff. But I wouldn't recommend going in there if you're a fight or flight place type of person.
I'm a
It's the
fight.
zombie outbreak house.
I remember when I first started teaching. And I hadn't wrestled in years, so stopped wrestling as a teenager. Went into teaching, and immediately had to deal with kids grabbing me. Like they just wanted my attention, but they grabbed my arms, and I just feel my arm curling to tuck them in and throw them. And I would remember you can't throw the children. But I just it's conditioning, right? Like I think you've mentioned before, I could be wrong, but you did some martial arts.
Yep.
How much does that stick with you?
Oh, I still remember it. Everything.
Have you ever like somebody flings something at you and you blocked it on instinct?
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
done it once or twice. Yep.
So like instinct but what about instinct at the Scream Fest? Like somebody jumps.
I'm in a different mode.
What?
No, I'm in a different mode when I'm at Screamfest.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. It's
Has anybody ever been punched out there?
I have. I've been punched in the face.
Did we just go full circle again? Where
Yes. Well, that was years ago though. I
better
was
not getting punched now.
no. We had an actor pushed. She's 14 and someone pushed her and she went on the ground and she fractured her wrist. So we do have people push for some reason. The thing is, she's also one of the people that is in our house is 20 years old and you're a front facing kind of scare. So you're the people that like, so when you come through a hallway, we're there. We're not behind a wall. We're in the environment, technically.
Mm-hmm.
So we
I have another question for you. You ready?
Okay.
If I was a spirit or a specter, if I was like dead, undead, and I had any impulse to mess with people, I would 100% go to a fun house and really mess with people because then they would think it was pretend, right?
No.
What do you mean,
You
no?
can tell the difference between that because we had an ambulance that I actually filmed spirits coming out of. They're called orbs.
Right.
You only see them under, like if you have a fiddle light on your camera, you can see them floating around. It's not fluff or anything. Plus, you can feel
Do you go to this because you believe in ghosts or because you don't believe in ghosts?
Oh, I believe in ghosts. And the camera went off.
Because the kids at my school, because the school I teach at, they're not allowed to use Ouija boards.
I have a Ouija board here, but it's not for that. It's for.
Have I ever told you my reason for not using Ouija boards?
Because you don't want to anger the spirits.
No. Well, sort of. It's more specifically that they either don't work and it's a waste of your time, or they do work and you should probably not use them. Right? Like if they do work in any way, then you probably shouldn't be messing with them, you know?
You
don't want it. That's bad to mess with them.
But if I was actually, now it's funny because I could spend an hour telling you my ghost stories, and I don't actually believe in ghosts, but I had to live with one once. And as much as I don't believe in ghosts, we're just after 12 years getting the point where I'll walk by my old apartment, and I don't ask Jess to hold her breath. If we can go around the block, I'll go around the block. If we can go around 2 blocks, I'll go around 2 blocks. If it, for some reason it's minus 60 and we're walking by, it's like it's cold, hold your breath. And she's like, what are you talking about? But I don't actually believe in ghosts other than the fact that I see them all the time.
I've experienced it for a bit. Like it's hard to explain. Like I had an out of body experience. I almost died. So I didn't wake up and I could see myself down there. Like I was on the bed in the hospital.
Yeah, I had an out of body experience 100% with a ghost too. And I don't believe in stuff like that. And when people tell me things like that, I'm like, yeah, whatever. But like, then I have to go, well, why would I expect them? And I don't really expect anybody to believe me because it happened inside me. But Yeah, I remember like I was outside my body and I was like, you need to get back inside there. It's like, it's fine. It's just a mud pack.
Yeah, but you do have, like, it's weird. It changes you sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. It makes you think and look at other things around. Like when my grandmother died, it was a cloudy day, and then a light appeared, and it was like she was ascending. And I was like, I told my mom, I said, "Did you see that?" She's like, "See what?" I said, "I saw it, and my aunt saw it too. My mom didn't see it." So I was like, "Oh, that's weird." But yeah, there's things you can't explain. But if it's ghosts, I've noticed that if there are ghosts around, I start to cry for no reason. Maybe I'm just sensitive. I don't know. But it's interesting. But no, I go to Spoonfest to scare people and make them crawl on their hands and knees outside.
What did you just say?
I go to Screamfest to make them scared.
You can't
And
make
then,
them crawl on their hands and knees.
well, I've scared them so bad that they have crawled on their hands and knees to get out of the house. They're that scared.
Like begging?
Like, yeah, please don't scare me because I'm scared.
Oh.
I also wonder, like, are they putting it on? Like, are they pretending to be that?
No, you can tell. Yeah, you can tell when they're pretending and you can tell when they're not. I scared big football players and they're like, oh my God, we're scared. And they run out.
Well, it doesn't matter how big you are if it's an evil specter.
No.
It's not like you're gonna outbox Satan or like football tackle him. Like
No.
maybe it's scarier for big guys if there's an evil devil coming to get them and they can't
Yeah.
noogie
Oh,
it.
that's another thing is people are afraid of clowns, believe it or not. And we have a clown house. People just hate the clowns.
Can I tell you something?
What?
I'm not inherently afraid of clowns in the slightest. I think a lot of that fear came from like the Gen X watching Poltergeist when we were too young. I'm not afraid of clowns, but I am a little afraid of the kind of people that want to be clowns.
Want to be clowns?
Well, they're nice people, though.
You don't know that.
I do know that. I know a couple of them that are clowns.
No, I'm not saying you don't know a nice clown. I'm saying you don't know somebody's nice because they're a clown. They could be a pedophile or a murderer.
Oh, yeah, I know.
There's no way to look at a clown makeup and go, that's a nice person.
Extensively, yeah, or like completely, yeah.
People are also afraid of the dark as well.
I'm terrified of the dark. Kelly, did you know that I used to be a professional clown?
Yeah, you said that on one broadcast.
It was a mistake, though. I didn't want to be a clown.
I didn't wanna.
I know for a fact that if you went to Screamfest, you would not like the dark house. It's completely dark.
Kelly, I there's nothing about, like, I love you. There's nothing about Screamfest that I like. I'm already scared of the dark. I'd be irritated if there's people wearing rubber masks where the actual evil boogie is. I know that if the evil boogie senses all that evil, he's going to go there and hang out. And so, like, I'm sure Screamfest is just a bad magnet for bad ideas. But, like, all the part that people like about Screamfest would irritate me. And is it free?
No, you have to pay to get in.
I hate that too. Is there candy?
Well, there's also a couple other haunted houses. So there's one in Okotoks. It's put on by the Lions.
No, I lived in a haunted house. It was awful.
The Lions one?
No,
I lived
in
in
a
place
haunted
called
house.
Teachers Terrace, and it was 100-year-old house that had. It's where the teachers from Rundle College lived 100 years ago. They weren't allowed to have partners, and I'm sure they all hung themselves in that house. And I moved in, and the very first night there, a guy that didn't believe in ghosts, I woke up, was like, I need to get out of here, like I don't belong here, and that haunted me for a little while, and then the person I was living with went completely like The Shining. And then stuff moved, and I don't believe in that either. But maybe a big truck went by, and I could spend an hour telling you the story. It ended with a nationally famous villain attacking my neighbor downstairs. And what does that say?
People say others are total clowns for a reason. They're clowns in every way, and clowns are not funny. Scott has a different experience with clowns because of the
Carnival.
carnival.
Yeah. Well, also, like, I spent enough time in costumes doing stuff, like whether an ape or, like, and I empathize with, like, Mickey Mouse, where the 5-year-old comes up and punches him in the nuts. And I don't know why it is when you dress like something funny, little children want to exact violence on you, but there's something kind of inherent. I think it's the same impulse where kids go out of their way to be jackasses during fire drills. It's the same impulse to punch Mickey Mouse in the nuts. It's like, you're not fooling me. Bam! And you punch Mickey Mouse in the nuts, and you're like, that's not where a mouse's nuts would be. And then, like, every time there's a fire drill, the kids are like, oh, I'm not afraid. It's like, dude, you're in grade 12. We don't really want you to think it's a fire. We're just practicing.
We're just trying to get out of the building.
We're just practicing going out quietly. You know, it's like, you don't have to go so hard on letting us know that you know no real fire.
Yeah. So
No, all the kids in our house are 14.
What?
14 and 15. The actors are 14 and 15.
Sorry, what?
All the actors in our house are 14 and 15 years old.
They're younger. Holy.
Yeah, that's the youngest we have, 14 and 15. I'm the oldest, apparently.
That's
Like the first week, one of the guys, he's doing the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, that's another one. If somebody put a chainsaw on me, I would drop kick them right away.
Oh, it's just over a table. He ran into the table and buggered up his.
So how do they make the chainsaw so that they don't chop parts off?
They take the blade off. So the blade is off completely. Same thing with the chainsaw. There is no blade.
Do you work with Cam?
Cam, who's that?
Well, Cam's a person named Cam, but I'm not going to give you their full name because we're up.
Is he works probably somewhere in Screenfest, I'm assuming?
One of my students is named Cam and works at Screamfest, but I don't know where. So if you do know Cam, don't say anything like, oh, Cam who lives on 123 Happy Street and leaves the front door unlocked. Like, don't do that.
So there was, like you said, to look for him, but there was 4 people or 5 people that had pink hair. So I'm like, that's kind of difficult.
Cam could have any color hair.
Yeah.
But did you say you know a Cam with pink hair? Or did I say that to you before?
Yeah, you did. You said that to me before. But the other thing was,
that Cam still has pink hair. That was weak.
We have 2 stilt walkers as well.
Well, that's cool.
Do you know I'm a stilt walker?
They're different though. The stilts, they're really different.
What do you mean?
They have more of a pad to them, so they can actually balance.
Yeah, it's kind of like
drywalling stilts or like stilts or like stilts.
They have the stilts are different. They look like an actual shoe.
I know what she's saying.
I'm just imagining like
they're like kind of like
almost like a deer.
They're flat like this, like that. The whole thing is.
Oh, yeah, like drywalling stilts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of, but they're a little bit different.
Those I find relatively easily.
Yeah,
the stilts,
you just had like wood ones, like sticks,
and they went up under my armpits.
Yeah.
I remember the strangest thing is I was on Davie Street in Vancouver, and a witch came up to me, and she's also a witch who was on crack. And she was like, please, 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 can I give you a reading? I have to give you a reading. I was like, I don't have any money. And she's like, please, can I give you a reading? And I put my hands out. She grabbed my hands, and she's like, you used to walk stilts. And I'm like, how? Like, what about my hands tells you that I used to walk on stilts? Because it's not kind of a rare thing, right? And I was like, I did. How did you know that? She wouldn't tell. I didn't have any money. I think I maybe like scrambled like $5 of coins to give her, but
yeah, it's pretty good. It's 6 haunted houses and then the maze, and then they also have the slingshot there and the monster truck.
When you say slingshot, is it a person?
The slingshot is the ride.
Oh, okay.
And then they also have.
I would not like it if they were slingshotting people, like the human cannonball.
And then they also have donuts and cotton candy, all that stuff. But the cool thing is the monster truck. So you sit at the back of the monster truck, and in the infield, they're actually doing donuts. So you get the
monster truck.
Yeah, the experience of the.
Maybe I would like sitting in a monster truck.
Yeah.
Felix went through his monster truck phase.
Felix, like, he loved big machines.
Yeah.
And was like, he was just crazy about tractors and
Yeah.
bulldozers and stuff.
I like
He don't like it.
kids like
I don't think he likes. I don't know if he'd like get scared.
Felix?
Yeah.
Here's a funny thing. When Felix is watching a TV show, he lives it. So I think I've said this before, is when I was reading Roots, they cut Kunta Kinte's foot off 3/4 of the way through the book. And I was on a bus when I read that, and I like cried out in pain because I felt my foot come off when they cut his foot off. And Felix is like that. If somebody's running in a show, his feet are moving just a little, but moving. And if it's hot, he starts sweating. Like, he feels what he's watching in movies. But I think if he was actively moving around in Screamfest, he'd be seeing plastic and rubber.
if he sees the
Maybe.
Yeah.
There's sound. There's noises. We have like 3-year-olds go through.
As far as I know, he doesn't like to be scared, but if it did scare him, it'd probably kill him.
Yeah.
It would have no effect
One or
or
the
it would
other.
kill him, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How much does it cost to go to Screamfest?
$30 per person.
40
30.
30.
per person? And then how long does it last?
All takes about 3 hours, 4 hours.
Okay. So it's kind of, and have you ever been to an escape room?
No, I haven't actually.
How was Screamfest to like,
A carnival.
no.
It sounds like the book.
No. Beakerhead.
Never been to Beakerhead, but it would be like if you go to the Stampede, maybe it's about.
Oh, I hate the Stampede.
It's not.
I mean,
it's not
I'm
as-
glad that it exists, but like, I can't go there. There's too much psychic energy there for me.
It would be cool. It's not that busy.
I bet you I would fare better at Screamfest than the Stampede, because I think a lot of the bad stuff that happens to the Stampede is real, and understand it. Like, Stampede's actually a pretty great place to get like human trafficked, whereas like I think Screamfest has more of a fun feel to it.
Yeah. It sounds like it's more
It's
protected.
fun for we try to do all ages kind of thing. So 3 years old and up. We have like if people are scared and they're younger, we call them we say friendly coming, friendly. So the actors are non-friendly because we're scarers. And then the kids
Do you scare each other?
What?
Do you scare each other?
Oh, they're scared of me.
I like that you're so sweet, and then I like that you have this alter ego at
Your dark
Screamfest.
side.
I really like that, Kelly. It's cool.
I'll have to take a video and show you kind of what goes on in my section kind of thing, kind of get a gist of it.
Mhm.
Like you just watch people go by and I stand there like a mannequin and I just move my hand. In my hand I have fluffy mittens on, which are white.
I spent every morning waking up on teacher strike, thinking about texting my friends and saying things like, "Hey, how come you're not here yet?" And then like acting like that they didn't know they were supposed to go back to school. Like, dude, you where have you been the last couple of days? Are you not coming
okay?
back? And then they'd be like, "What? No, we're on strike." I'm like, "Dude, we've been off strike since like that is like a constant
The
compulsion
meanness
to me
yeah.
to pretend that the strike was over for a few days." That actually happened to me during my divorce. Is Shauna went to Winnipeg. She took the alarm clock, and she wasn't being spiteful. She just needed to be able to get up to fly or whatever. So, Marquetto phones me. He's my vice principal at the time. It's like 11:30 in the morning. And he's like, the phone rang. He's like, "Are you coming to work today?" I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" And I didn't realize she took the alarm clock.
What's going on?
It's like all the kids, see, they don't have to worry. They're working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Usually those are school days. And so now they're like, oh,
Right.
stay up.
That's like the greatest actually for them. That's cute.
So they're
Terrifying.
all chit chatting usually after 12 midnight. And I'm like,
I bet you they're getting a lot of socializing
Yeah.
as well that they're missing out on at school through Screamfest. So maybe that's an amazing thing.
That's
well,
really
we have inner circles. I noticed, like our house has an inner circle, and they're taking pictures without me because I'm in my spot, and they're all in the middle.
that's funny. Aw. That's pretty cute.
Are you like the sage? Are you like the gang leader at your house?
They look up to me because I kind of keep a watch on them. Because when we get rowdy people,
Yeah.
Aw.
so I kind of keep an eye. Like someone be coughing in the house, and I go, "Do you need a cough drop?" And then, yeah, here you go. Here's a cough drop. Oh, I'm out of water. Do you have extra water? Yeah.
Like
Here you go.
the rave mom. She's just like the like has all of the stuff.
And then we have some people come through.
I
and
just
get
saw it on
candy.
Instagram reel.
Okay.
And then I have people saying, "Do you have candy?" I'm like, "Nope, don't have any candy. Sorry." Yeah, I just kind of keep an eye on them.
What are you going to sing tonight, Jesse?
I have a song.
What is your song?
It's a surprise for you.
Oh, it's a surprise for me.
Yeah.
How exciting.
Okay, I'm gonna sing and then we're gonna say goodnight. So I'm gonna say thank you to Theo and thank you to Kelly for hanging out with us. Last night I had the exact same dream as you. I killed a bird to save your life and you gave me your shoes. You said clip my wings and walk my miles and I said I would too. Then I woke up but I wasn't gonna tell you. Tonight I sang the same damn tune as you. It was Lady in Red, I hate that song, and I know you do too. You didn't catch me singing along, but I always sing with you. Nice and quietly, 'cause I don't want to stop you. I know I could be spending a little too much time with you. But time and too much don't belong together like we do. If I had all my yesterdays, I'd give them to you too. I belong. And said I knew the way I hid my eyes from you. I still don't know why. I probably didn't want to scare you. I know I could be spending a little too much time with you. But time and too much don't belong together like we do. If I had all my yesterdays, I'd give them to you too. I belong to you now. I belong to you. I'm gonna die the exact same day as you. On the Golden Gate Bridge, I'll hold your hand and howl at the moon. Scrape the sky with tired eyes, and I will come find you. And I ain't scared, 'cause I'm never gonna miss you. I belong to you now. I belong to you.
You are a bundle of joy.